Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Responding to the call. Over.
Where did they go? Shit!
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now.
No visual of target. Ending pursuit, over.
We were supposed to be here that day. Thank you, dodgy pub filled. We'd be lying here dead with the rest of them otherwise.
And yet all these months later, it's crawling with security. Suspicious, no?
Just what I was thinking. What am I looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
This is crazy. Can't wait for
All right, we could use your abilities now.
I'm en route.
Yeah, of course.
Look at that!
Oh, what a shot!
Spread out! Drone, we're on search.
I don't much care for walking around this place. It feels like an open-air morgue.
Aren't they supposed to be rebuilding? Nothing's been done. Said Albion's sniffing around like dogs for a bone. Something's dodgy.
More than a bit suspect. Bags, what am I looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble. This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
The little fella's taken a walloping. What's it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
Ah, quite the find.
Sir.
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. One more data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Okay.
That's odd.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload?
Fuck, think we'd go back here?
Don't trust a Kelly dog.
Kelly? As in Clan Kelly? Does that mean mobsters did the bombings?
This is a handoff or I'm a fucking pumpkin. Kelly's are just a supplier.
That woman they were meeting didn't seem like the gangster type either. Could she have been a part of Zero Day?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, who was controlling this spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Fuck me. The guard was watching all this.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Oh, brilliant. I'll just pop open a quantum tunnel, shall I?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good call, sweetie.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Okay.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 Day's signature.
Hurry. We've got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets?
Shut it, we're all on need to know.
So 0 Day was using multiple groups to pull off the bombings. This just gets more tangled.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police were investigating a different suspect other than DedSec, but kept it quiet from the public. Oh, very professional.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard. I'm ready to go when you are.
I'm in.
Behold, the walking definition of a problem.
Christ. Albion's taking this place over like a fucking parasite.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Didn't think I could feel bad for the English police. But fucking hell.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spiderbot will be further
Stand down, mate. Suspect is up. I need reinforcements. I'm moving up. We are inbound. Stand by. You're in serious trouble now.
I'll go have a look. Go. Help me. Get out of here. Wait. They're wounded.
There we go. I think you just made a new friend. If Albion wanted to lock them up, they must be dangerous. And dangerous we can use.
Yes.
I'll have a look.
Bagley, is this a Spiderbot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spiderbot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you ID the last user?
Navigate the Spiderbot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
I'm on it.
They're hit.
Straight off that way. Have a look.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spider-bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery, look at all this junk. You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
They couldn't be trusted to do their jobs. Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? We don't help Albion and our best interest at heart.
If the police could handle their job, Albion would be in it. But they can't. Turn volumes are perfectly fine. Once they overtake problems, well, they're not here anymore, are they?
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
State of emergency. Albion is permitted to secure the safety of the city by any means necessary. Right.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? None of this makes sense. We better go check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Space in London is restricted. Citizens of London are prohibited from using personal drones within the city.
Hello. Someone else sloughed off work, and now it's your turn.
Abrel?
Okay, no one told me there'd be murder drones.
Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures.
Time to paint the town. Museum quality, I'd say.
I can't believe Albion had the brass to spatter their propaganda all over Buckingham Palace. When this is all over, maybe there'll be a knighthood in it for me. Sir Bagley has a ring, doesn't it? Feel free to use it anytime.
No malignant citizen is not open to the public. These areas off limits. Thanks.
To think that Albion vandalized this advertising to try and control... people's thoughts when this perfectly nice corporation paid good money to do that. Justice served, kind of.
You've done it. All our Westminster targets have been accounted for. Albion's hurting and the people are coming out of their shells. I've even got a member of Parliament here contacting us.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I thought it strange too. Says she has an idea how we might rally the people in the borough. You should meet her.
Okay, this is bad. Are these winners always going to be after me?
Until you lose them, yes.
He lives to serve our Bagley.
Control. I've lost the target. Target has cleared the checkpoint. Over.
Negative. Suspect is gone. Issue an APW.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Search the area. You're around here somewhere.
Bagley, find me an entrance.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the spider bot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Good place to hold the world's least pleasant dinner party.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Someone's hacking the door.
Incredible. There's some kind of secret police bunker down here, like a, what's the opposite of a serial killer's basement?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
But what were they working on that led them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Oh, good. Albion is working with Clan Kelly. For a second there, I was worried they couldn't possibly get any worse.
It seems like Zero Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
But we can't very well allow people to be snatched off the streets. We have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
This Albion clan
Auto
Kelly
drive
business
now
leaves a bad
disabled.
taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal, team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
EPC. Well, at the very least, we can assume he's still in the UK. Deportations are backlogged to all hell.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
So, I hear you've been looking for DedSec.
Wasn't sure you'd come knowing I'm part of the establishment. Or at least I was until Albion dismissed Parliament. I do want to say, what you've done in Westminster is remarkable. You've given the people hope.
Don't think we're letting the government off the hook in all this, but what Albion's doing trumps all of that.
I couldn't agree more. That's why I contacted you. Albion haven't simply shut down the government. They've sullied the Palace of Westminster, the Great Bell, with their propaganda. Do you understand what that looks like? If you really want to rekindle some of the people's fighting spirit, then restoring the clock tower would go a long way.
Normally, I don't care much for empty symbolism, but honestly, I'm sick to death of that gaudy display. I'll do it.
I knew I could count on you. It will be wonderful to hear the bell once more.
Yes! Yes, very good!
There is some security around the bell tower, but that shouldn't pose a problem. A bigger issue will be getting to the top.
Suggestions?
A spider bot should do the trick. The path up to the top of the tower is treacherous, all crawl spaces and gantries, more suited to 6 mechanical legs than 2 human ones.
Ooh, this could be fun.
Should do it.
That was moving, truly. To hear the chimes again, to see that tower the way it's meant to be seen, means everything to the people of this borough.
I must admit, I got a bit emotional myself. I suppose that damn clock does mean something.
It represents our parliamentary democracy. To have Albion deface it the way they did, it's clear what they were up to. Thank you, DedSec.
God. I'm working with a
Brilliantly done. Westminster will surely rise up against Albion after this.
Thank you. Welcome to DedSec, darling. We are just thrilled to have you.
Fuck yeah. Ready to help make a difference.
Yeah.
Rewarding job experience. Apply now at Albion Private Services, providing security where it matters.
Please, help.
Oh, fuck.